Hey, thank you all. No, stay seated. Thank you all. Thank you all for coming and putting in the hard work. And thanks, Dave, for that wonderful introduction. You read it, as always, just the way I wrote it. I really appreciate that. Thanks to all the hard work you do. You are the backbone of the Republican Party. Without the hard work that you put in the caucuses, at the county conventions, the BPOUs, at the congressional district conventions, and now here, the Republican Party wouldn't exist. So my thanks to you. Now, there are some people that don't appreciate all the hard work you do. I will tell you here and now, I am not one of them, and that's why I was proud to abide by your endorsement. Ladies and gentlemen, we are at a crossroads. I don't have to tell you that. This is very reminiscent to 1980, when the country had to make a seminal decision whether they wanted to continue down the road of malaise, of slow growth, of a weakened America, or whether they wanted bold change and wanted to have real prosperity, real growth, and America that was still the envy of the world. That is our destiny, and that's the change we're going to make in 2016. When I say we're at a crossroads, when I say we're at a tipping point, look at young people today. Think about what's happened to young people and their future. Think about what the Democrat policies have done to this generation. The Democrats, in just a few short years, have priced our sons and daughters, our young people, out of the health care market. So much for affordable health care. They priced them out of the housing market. So much for an affordable home. They priced them out of higher education. And if my opponent in the 2nd District, Angie Craig, has her way, they'll be priced out of the energy market. I'm saying today, enough is enough, because today, right here, right now, is where the change begins and big government ends. And we don't do that with platitudes. We don't do that with the old liberal bromides. We do it with specifics on policy. We support things like I do, such as the Tax Code Termination Act, which will get rid of this Swiss cheese tax code with loopholes and carve-outs for special interests and move us to, for once and for all, a flatter, fairer tax, which everybody deserves. We do it by going to Washington and saying enough of the spending on a $4 trillion budget and $20 trillion in debt. We're going to go back and we're going to readopt budget sequestration, and we're going to cut spending across the board. And we're going to go to the president, no matter who he or she might be, and we're going to say, not one more dime in a larger debt ceiling without a concomitant cut in spending, period. We are going to go to the regulators. And we're going to say the 3,400 federal rules you issued last year are going to be cut in half. We're going to go to the regulators and tell them to stay out of local issues like education. In fact, if I get elected to Congress, we're going to go to the Department of Education and tell them, you end Common Core or we'll end the Department of Education. Ladies and gentlemen, my friends, we are going back to first principles. First Republican principles. And those principles are the protection of our God-given life, liberty, and property in the 5th and 14th Amendment, and we are going to do it. We're going to protect innocent life, and we're going to protect the liberty to defend that life with something called the Second Amendment. That's what I will support in Congress. Now, naturally, someone that stakes out these positions, someone that says we ought to finally cut foreign aid to terrorist nations, stop the influx of dangerous refugees, and secure our borders once and for all, someone that actually stands up for America in Minnesota in the 2nd District is going to get attacked. Wow, didn't see that one coming. Well, let me tell you, the attacks and the usual liberal talking points they use to attack your next congressman from the 2nd District, I wear them with a badge of honor. Because you know you're effective and you know you're making progress when all the right people are attacking you. And I don't intend to back down. I intend to stick to my guns, and I intend to get something done for the 2nd District for Minnesota and the United States of America. So join me today to restore real growth, to get the right economic policies, to restore peace and prosperity, to restore nothing less for our future generations than the American dream. That's what this election is about. Are you ready to restore the American dream for Minnesotans, for the country? Are you ready to restore real economic prosperity? Are you ready to restore the Constitution of the United States? Then join with me, Jason Lewis, and let's do it one district at a time, starting with the 2nd Congressional. Thank you all. Thank you all very much. Have a great convention.